Where is people invite? Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm just tagging everyone here. We are live. We are doing it. I'm like, why is my internet not working? And it was because they unplugged it because they are painting, which is an exciting thing on one hand. And also at the same time, like the house is a complete mess. It's like chaos. There's stuff everywhere. I feel like my screen is a little bit fuzzy. So let's see if that'll help. Okay, I feel like that helps. And hold on, let's see. We're going to try this mini ring light that I got, and we're going to see if that helps. Because there's no other place in my house that I can go, and outside, it still feels a little wet. Okay, so I feel like that works. Awesome. Awesome. So I'm going to be standing some of the time. My laptop is charging. And I feel like standing can be really powerful. So I would love to know whether you're watching live or on the replay, like how has your 2024 been so far? What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing some journaling. So make sure that you grab something to drink. I've got my chai tea right here. I don't know if you can see it. And I've got my lemon water, and then grab something to write with. I just got, hold on, let me try to make room for everything. I just got a wireless keyboard. So I'm going to be typing things. I'm not much of a paper and pen kind of girl. I feel like I start writing nice and then I start like just getting really messy, and I don't know, I've tried for a long time and it's not my thing. So I'm going to be using my keyboard, which I love, and it makes really cool noise. So it's the little things. My actual laptop, the letter O is not working that well anymore. It's very strange. So I have to type in and like push on it a few different times. I think it's because I wore a lot of coconut oil and that may have gotten into my computer. But anyways, I was like, well, I'm not buying a new computer. So I got this and I freaking love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some reflections. We're going to go in and really talk about like the last year and how was it for us. We're going to go through some reflections. We're going to celebrate the successes. We're going to let go of what doesn't serve us. And that is going to get us ready, like literally clear out any of the judgments, the lack, the stories, the failures, anything that did not serve us, we're able to clear out of our field. So now when we set our vision and we create a strategy around it, and for 2024, it's from a clean, solid foundation. It's from a place of not scarcity, not, oh my gosh, can I do this? Not with anything that did not serve us from the past. So as we first let go of this, then we're going to get into, okay, what do we want from here? So I'm so excited. The way that this is going to work is I'm going to ask you some questions. I'll type the questions into the, I'll repeat the questions and then I'll type it into both places, into Zoom and Facebook. And then we're just going to set time. I'm going to put a timer on where we're going to journal about every single thing that we talk about. It's not going to be too many. It's going to be one question in each area. But what that's going to do is really be able to create these beautiful prompts for you to reflect on. Instead of saying, well, what was your highlight and what was your disappointment? We want to get a little bit more clear and really be able to dig in and be really reflective and take that whole last year, the 365 days, and be able to learn from it. Even though like there may have been mistakes, we're going to see if there's anything that we need to forgive. And it's going to be a beautiful process. So I'm so excited to take you through this and then also guide myself through it. So it's going to be a beautiful win-win-win. So everyone take a moment, grab your journals, grab something to drink, take a sip. And as we jump in and get started, I invite you to close your eyes, put your hand on your heart if that feels good, and take a deep breath with me. And as you take a deep breath in, I welcome you to picture, imagine, feel yourself. At the end of 2024 on December 31st, and it's New Year's Eve, and you reflect back on all of 2024 and you are blown away by the success that you've had, the beautiful experiences, the avalanches of abundance, the extraordinary experiences, the connections, the spaces, the things that you've been able to create, the things that you're able to co-create, the things that you've been able to be part of, the connections that you've had. And you are just blown away about how it all came through. And you're so proud of yourself and you're celebrating yourself on all of these things that you've had, the things that you've checked off the box, and the things that weren't even on the list that you were able to experience because you gave yourself grace, because you created a beautiful intention in the beginning of the year, because you did the work required. You took the action even when it was scary. You curated the confidence within you by continuing to show up over and over and over and over and over again. You were the one that created all of your success. And it's been a completely extraordinary, beautiful thing. So as you reflect on this and you just feel so excited, and as you think about everything that you've achieved in 2024, I want you to feel the excitement of I can't believe that it happened. Allow yourself to feel that and really notice where you're feeling that most in your body. And go ahead and write it down where you're feeling it. And whether you do this exercise one time, 500 times, go ahead and every single time play like you're playing all out. So go ahead and share with me, pause and share. Where are you feeling this in your body for say 2024 dash? How are you, like, where are you feeling it? You're feeling it in your heart? Does your heart just feel like it's like overflowing? Are you feeling it in your sacral? Are you feeling it in your thighs? Are you feeling it in your throat, in your heart? Where are you feeling? Are you feeling it all over? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how activating does it feel? Does it feel? 1 is like, no, I don't feel anything at all. 5 is like, oh yeah, I feel it. 10 is like, oh my gosh, it's just like bursting. So go ahead and just share with me what that number is now. And whatever that number is perfect for you. We're going to come back and ask ourselves the same thing as we close for an end for today. And then we can see like what shifts were made during this process that we're doing together. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. The first question that I want to ask you, I'm going to put up the timer. Okay. We're going to go very quick with these, okay? And if you want more time, the beautiful part of watching it and being able to have it on the replays, you can go back and you can pause. Or if you're watching it on replay, you can pause and finish if there's more you want to do. But knowing that it's just a very short time limit is going to activate that part of us that knows the answer and just gets like the best part. Okay. So the first question for you is, what was my biggest accomplishment of 2023? Do you hear the keyboard? Okay, and so I'm going to give you 2 minutes. And we're going to start now on just writing out whatever comes up. And if my keyboard is too loud, go ahead and just mute it. You can do bullet points, you can do sentence version. It could be with your family, friends, things that you've experienced. Okay, so we've got about 30 seconds left, so just keep on going. It can be big things, small. Okay, go ahead and finish that up. Okay. Like that they have the negative. That's kind of cool. Okay, so that was the first one. So here's the thing, we want to really focus in on the celebration. So really giving yourself a minute and just breathe through those things. And if you want to add things, amazing, but it's really powerful to give ourselves that time and really reflect and write down what those accomplishments were, so we can remind ourselves like, oh, hold on, there were really great things here. Right? A lot of the times what we do, especially if we are kind of tough on ourselves and we've got a little bit of that perfectionism going on, um, we can only focus in on like the things that didn't work, right? So when we think about 2023, we're like, oh my gosh, if there are some hard things that happen, we just focus in on that. We want to focus in on the celebrations too, and that could be in our own things that we've overcome, the things that we've learned, the goals that we've achieved, experiences that we've had. So the little and the small. So the first thing I wrote from there, so I'd love for you to share with us, like, what is one thing that's popping out for you that you really want to share with us and share with people and have us celebrate you? So for me, it was, I made it through. It was a hard year for me. And so as I was able to just say, I made it, I'm here, I was able to sigh. And then I was able to bring up the things that we did, like with our kids and their accomplishments, and that I was able to unfollow and unfriend a lot of the coaches. I was able to really focus in on different things. I was able to find myself and get interested in different opportunities. I was opening myself up to new experiences. So we can start allowing that to flow and really start giving ourselves not even grace, but praise for the things that we've done. This is so good. This brand of tea is called Vahdam, Veahdam. I've got it linked on my Amazon store, and it's like a chai tea, and it's so good. And then I got this creamer that's oat creamer, but it's like it's not a milk, it's like a thick creamer, and it's got a tiny bit of sweetness to it, and it is so freaking good. It's like Starbucks, you ain't got nothing on this. Okay, so you guys ready for number two? Let's do this. I'm going to type it into the chat. What is the biggest lessons you can receive from your celebrations? What is the biggest takeaway? Okay, so based on this, you know me, I like to go deeper. That's what he said. And he did say that. I want to take it to a bigger level to be able to apply this and leverage this, right? So what is the biggest takeaway you can receive from your celebrations? And when we're able to take this away, it is really, really powerful because I'm just posting it everywhere. We can start focusing in on what vibe were we in, right? So when I ask you this question, for me, my answer is going to be, my gosh, well, my biggest takeaway was like the more magnetic I am, the more that I take care of myself, the more that I focus in on working out and doing the things that I know, eating well, having go-tos, having routines, I become the best version of myself, right? Those are huge gifts in the accomplishment, so we can extract things from the good and the bad. So let's go, let's roll. Anything that I share, if that's aligning with you too, like add it on, like use it. Like this is a space where we all get to learn and share and grow together. So anything that you're like, oh my gosh, that aligns with me too, please go ahead and take that on. Okay. Okay, so go ahead and share what comes up for you. Your biggest thing, if you wrote it out, you can copy and paste it, and maybe that's what I'll do. I'm gonna take all of this. I'm adding to a lot of it, but here's what I've done so far. So I'll just kind of copy and paste it. And I feel like sharing our our process and what comes up for us can be really powerful for others. Like, oh my gosh, you know what? I feel the same way around that. Um, Hi Tracy, I'm excited to see you join. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Reply. Okay. There's my 1. My 2 is here. Oops. And it's so interesting because as you start looking at this and as you start really like dissecting, like, our successes, and I feel like for me, let me know if it's the same for you, I would really focus in on my weaknesses. What do I need to improve? What did I need to do better? Like all of these things on like, I've got to like analyze myself and why do I do this and how I can be better. But I do not nearly give myself enough space to process the things that I am doing well and the successes that have had, right? The things that did work out the way that I wanted it to, the miracles that was able to happen. And as we start doing that, then we can be like, oh my gosh, hold on, here is the proof that when I am in my vibe, when I do have consistency, when I am focused in on myself, when I'm doing the things that maybe I don't really want to do in the moment, when I do them, I feel a lot better. And I was so resistant between to discipline and routines, but that is like literally my pathway to creating that, to creating pleasure, right? Because it's just like, I don't need to think about it anymore. I just get the things done so I have the space to create pleasure, right? And so it's amazing because if I wait too long and my laundry stacks up, or if things are piling up, it doesn't feel good. My aesthetics of my home doesn't feel the way that I want it to feel. A cluttered space, a cluttered mind. So I'm not feeling as well. If I'm not working out, I don't have those endorphins going. So I don't come home and I'm not motivated. Instead of, just kind of getting through the day, I'm able to reset myself. When I take a shower and I spend 5 minutes on my makeup and spend time on my hair and put together an outfit that's really comfortable, but still feel so put together. It's just like I feel like I'm in a different vibe. And from this place, it's like I'm more excited to show up. I'm more excited to like I just feel like for me, my environment is so like important that when I set up my environment, the creativity flows. So that is what I got from that. And do you see that now I can intentionally implant that into my experiences so then I get to leverage more of that. Okay, so let me know how that lands. Let me know what your number 2 is if you want to share all of it or parts of it. I love to know. And now let's move to question number 3. Okay. What are the failures, do-overs you regret in 2023? And I have air quotes around everything because this is really important. Like, it's not here to judge ourselves, it's just here to call it out. Like, let's fucking call it out on like what is going on and what is happening for us. Because if we don't, and we are like me, an avoider, we push it down, we repress it, we are not paying attention to it, we're not aware of it, we're not focused on it. And while what we focus on expands, what we hide, we continue to manifest. I don't know a rhyme with that. I will come up with a rhyme one day. If you have a rhyming word for me, let me know. But what we resist persists. So being able to, acknowledge it, and then we're going to work through that. We can put it out there. We can we can heal it. We can give ourselves grace. We can move through it. And then we can collect the lessons behind it and implement it, right? We can like take that shit and turn it to manure and fertilize our dreams and our desires in that like invaluable wisdom that it gives us. So, timer on. So exciting. I'm so enjoying this process. Let me know if you're enjoying it too. Let's go. Okay. So go ahead and share with us what came up there, what was landing for you. I'm going to go ahead and post it in the Facebook group. And I am actually enjoying standing up. I am like, if you guys saw my house right now, it is like, while work is getting done, it is a complete shit show. There's stuff everywhere. Our vinyl couch and all the things we have, most 80% of our furniture is in pods. Other things are in boxes. We have like a blow up couch in our family room, and they were sanding the walls and getting it all ready to paint. Painting is a first step. So yes, while they're moving forward, it's great, but it's like a lot. It's a lot. There's sand everywhere. There's dirt everywhere. Gigi has plaster on her paws. And they had to rearrange everything, put plastic over everything. We had to clean out, another room, and we didn't fully clean it out. So it's like there's just shit everywhere. And it's been hard. It's been hard being here and living in here and experiencing this level for so long, especially when I love aesthetics. So even when I'm like, well, how can I create this in other ways and all of that, like there's been times where it's been hard, and recently it has been hard. So it's about finding the gratitude in the little things and honoring the things that don't happen. So now with the regret, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to tap with you. And what I'm going to do is, if you want to tap with me on my words that I say, absolutely listen in. Or I welcome you to just put it on pause and you can read that list of the things that you regret, the things. Oh, actually, before we do this, we're just going to do a 1-minute journaling on this question is, who do I blame for all of these things, for all of the failures / regret? Okay, so some of it could be myself, some of it could be others. So we want to get into that too, because that is going to really help in moving through all of this energy and what is going on. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat as well. So go ahead and just spend 1 minute on who you blame. And if it's just yourself or one person, just like, if there's anyone else, who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? So you can just like, we can work through this and get it through, get even more clear on this. So let's go. And you can literally look at that list and be like, okay, for each one, who do I blame? And if it's like, you know, and if we're doing this work and we come up with us, but like, who else is involved? A lot of times there's someone else involved. Okay, so as the time runs down. Okay, cool. And we're right on time. This is great. We're going to now, so you can like tap on it with me, and I'm just going to tap on like my list and the things that come up. We're going to spend 2 minutes tapping. We're just going to release everything. And if you have something that you want to say that is just like more in tune to you, go ahead and just pause it, and just, you can just follow my tapping, and then you can just tap on whatever else is coming up. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to start with our wrist. And hold on. Okay. Repeat after me. Even though I have regret and failure in 2023, I still choose to love, honor, and cherish myself unconditionally. And even when that doesn't feel possible, I choose to be aware and give myself grace. 2023 was a fucking shit show. There were so many things that I regret. I wish I didn't invest in all of the coaching that I did, all the ones that didn't give me an ROI. I regret trusting the coaches. I regret trusting myself. I regret not following up when I should and could have. I regret not being as consistent as I wanted to. I regret not staying in contact with family and friends as much as I said I would. I regret not trusting myself more. I regret pulling the plug on my coaching programs before it was over. I regret not honoring my word to Devani with the monthly visits. I regret not healing my relationship and looking at my money more. I regret the inaction that I took. I regret that I didn't take more courageous action. I just regret everything that didn't get me what I want. All of this regret, all of these failures, all of the mistakes. I regret I wasn't able to contribute as much financially. I regret that my husband had to do more. I regret I wasn't able to contribute. I regret that I wasn't the mom that I wish I would be. I regret that I'm not the daughter or the sister that I could be. I regret that I'm lazy. I regret that I'm inconsistent. I regret so much. Kind of take a breath and kind of feel, and like I just feel so much more clear. So on a scale of 1 to 10, go ahead and write 2023 regret. What is that level on a scale of 1 to 10? Like how much release do you feel? 10 is completely triggered by 2023, and 1 is like a release. And for me, it's just like I feel like so much more release. I feel like a 2 right now, which feels amazing. Now we're going to do a quick round on people that we blame, and we're just going to do forgiveness, right? So go ahead and do this with me. I choose to give myself grace, even though there are people that I need to forgive. And I choose to love myself and find ways to love myself, even though I'm imperfect, especially because I'm imperfect. I forgive those people that have consciously and subconsciously hurt me. I choose to release them with love. I choose to forgive them and give them grace because they're human. I choose to see and put myself in their position and forgive. It does not mean that I condone their actions. It does not mean I don't need boundaries. It does not mean that I need to interact with them long term. But I choose to forgive. I choose to release the weight. I choose to get it out of my energy. I'm sorry for any pain that I've caused anyone else. For anyone else that may be resenting me now. For anyone that I may have intentionally or unintentionally hurt. I forgive myself for not being perfect, for being an avoider, for not being as consistent as I wanted to be, for not being perfect, for not being courageous enough, for not being expressive enough, for not having stronger boundaries, for not having the consistency. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. I thank you. Take a deep breath. Grab your wrists. Peace, namaste, amen, aho. And so it is. Now, I would love for you to write down how you are feeling. For me, I just like, even though my throat is like a little sore, I just feel free, and I just feel like untethered to like my past and the shit and like the people and myself that I still judge or blame or resent. Like being able to let that go is so incredible. And now we get into the visioning part. So we are going to now take time to write the manifesto of our perfect day. And then we can, and then we'll just take a minute from that place. We'll take a minute of like projecting into the future. Okay. So we've got the 2-minute timer. I'm going to go ahead and type in here the next thing, which is, I'm like using both keyboards. It's so funny. What is my perfect day I would love to experience in 2024? So let me go ahead and type that in. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 minutes here because this could take a long time. So what I want you to feel into is like, what would that perfect day be? So I'm going to kind of run through with you how that feels, like how that would be for me, okay? So I would wake up excited and have so much energy and be so grateful to open my eyes and feel alive. My body feels amazing. It feels recharged. It feels incredible. It feels strong. I look over at my partner and I am just blown away with like this man next to me. We make the most incredible love and we share these intimate moments looking into each other's eyes while having this ravenous, incredible sex and love and adoration all into one. And then I hop out of bed. I do meditation. I may do my meditation in bed and meditation and intention setting with a little bit of breath work. And then I hop up, I put on my outfit, I go work out, and I come home and I feel amazing. I make myself a beautiful breakfast that feels amazing, that tastes decadent and is healthy for my body. And I feel the nourishment right away. Then I take a shower and I spend time getting dressed, putting on my hair, like doing my hair, putting in my makeup, putting on clothes that feel amazing and so comfy and chic. I create content from that place while I'm getting ready. And afterwards, I have my space set up so beautifully. My office has such a beautiful vibe and is already all set up. So when I'm recording content, it is easy and it's effortless and it's amazing. I'm able to be at my creative, right? Have a team that is able to help me and support me. And as I'm getting emails of payments coming in for the programs that I offer, I'm able to help women transform themselves and be their best self through style, through mindset, through emotional mastery. I am delivering, I look at my calendar and I'm so lit up for the rest of the month because I have incredible events that I'm going through, that I'm hosting, that I'm facilitating. I am in a network with amazing women doing different events with, doing lunches with, being able to really be a part of my community and be able to impact and be impacted by these incredible women that I'm surrounding myself with. I'm looking and I see that I've got trips on the calendar that are speaking events, that are retreats that I'm doing, that my family is able to join me afterwards. I am checking my money accounts every single day, and it feels so good to be able to look at my money and recreate my relationship with money. It is so incredible. And as I have client calls that are phenomenal with women that are ready and excited to do the work and show up, we're able to celebrate, we're able to push, we're able to explore, we're able to expand and deepen together. And I am just a facilitator. I am just their support coach to help them create and live these amazing, incredible dreams. I am getting sale after sale with my Monate business because I am sharing my heart in such a real, authentic, and easy way, sharing products that I love, that I am so proud of. that I am speaking on stage next month, and my husband is coming with me for a fully paid trip. And a lot of my team is going to be there as well. And we're going to be standing on stage receiving awards and being able to contribute and be able to bring in multiple sources of income with things that I love, that I value. My work feels incredible. I have a wait list of clients that are excited to work with me. I have a mastermind that was small that has grown in the most beautiful way of with incredible women like you that are doing their thing and celebrating wins. And I'm getting notification out of notification on celebrations that are happening, mixed with client payments coming in, mixed with collaborations from my the different brands that I'm working with, brands that I'm so excited to work with that I never thought that I get the opportunity before. And I'm living my best life. I pause. I have a late an afternoon snack that feels so good and nutritious that our chef makes us. That I'm happily able to overpay because I am in overflow and I'm able to give from overflow. I have, I change into an outfit that feels like beautiful and powerful, and I'm able to go to dinner with my husband, go have a drink with him before, but we're drinking like a beautiful tea together, and then our kids meet us. We have the most incredible dinner that we are talking, we're laughing, we're sharing our lives with each other, we're having these beautiful moments together, and we're able to like learn and have fun together and create this beautiful extraordinary experience at a 7-star restaurant. And it is incredible, and I'm able to just pay for it all because I have so much overflow. I make more money every single month, and now I love looking at my bank account. I have accountants and financial advisors that I fully trust that are worth their weight in gold. I have people that PR that is working to book these venues and events and speaking on stage, and my book is now a New York Times bestseller, and I am invited to speak on stage and speak on news stations and sit with Oprah and have a conversation sharing my book and my journey and my life. And I'm able to do it with so much clarity. I as I change into my outfit, I look at myself in the mirror and I look at myself naked and I give myself so much love for this body and be able to celebrate all the things that I love about it and give myself grace as I continue to be on this journey of self-love with my body. I tap in and I tune in with family. We are on a group phone call that we have while I am being driven to the dinner that I'm meeting my husband at. When I see him, we are so like, oh my gosh, we envelop ourselves and we give ourselves a hug like we haven't seen each other in the longest time, in the most passionate and amazing kiss. We're able to talk about our day and celebrate all these things and be so present for the future. Look back and reflect how far we've come while we're planning these extraordinary events and adventures for ourselves and our family in the future. And as we wind down, the home is clean, everything is put away, the house feels amazing. We're able to just have this beautiful experience as a family and spend time. And then I cut myself away so then I can have my own self-care activity, my own self-care ritual, because I know pouring into myself throughout the day is the key to my success and being able to do it all. As I lay my head on the pillow, I feel incredible. I feel powerful. I feel confident. I feel productive. I feel exhausted in the most incredible day. In the most incredible way, I look through the checklist of the things that I've done, and I'm just so proud of who I am and who I continue to become. I'm so excited for the next day because it's going to be even better than today. And when life happens, I am so proud that I have the tools, the resources, and the community to be able to move through it. This is my life. Mm. So that, I mean, I went very deep with that. I may actually cut that out and listen to that for myself, record that and keep that audio. So that is an idea of the perfect day. So I'm going to just go ahead and push start. Hopefully that gave you some ideas. Anything that resonates with you, I'm happy. Like take it, and let's go. Okay, so I still have a lot more to go. So I personally, I'm gonna keep on going with it. I don't know if I'm kind of just bullet pointing the things, and then I'm going to do a recording for it for myself to listen to it. So I will put that in the Telegram group. So if you are glad to listen to it, you absolutely can. Or if you wanted to give you ideas, you have that for you as well. Sometimes I do prefer listening to someone's their affirmations and listening to it in someone else's voice. So that will be available for you. I'll record that within the next week or so. So let me know how that feels. So now go ahead and say 2024 dash, how are you feeling about 2024 and really living that intentional life? And how achievable do you think that is? How believable do you think it is on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 is like, oh my gosh, I can feel it in my body. I know it's happening. It's a done deal. 5 is like, yeah, I can see it. 1 is not at all. Let me know what that number is. Okay, so now that we've got that intention setting, now it's about really getting specific and giving ourselves clarity on how can we achieve that every day. What can we do to be able to achieve that every day? So now we can use some of that inner wisdom, right? So we've gone through using some of the different tools. So we use the pleasure tripping in the beginning, right? We use the future success tool with the manifesto. We use the fear release tool during leaving what is there, and all of these tools we kind of as we were asking ourselves questions. That's more of the inner wisdom. Right? So do you like how all these tools are coming into play in such an incredible way? So now we're going to go ahead and task our inner wisdom, and we are going to just do 2 minutes on the timer, and we are going to ask ourselves, what can we do to create that? So as you're in this place of like, oh my gosh, you're reflecting back on 2024 and you're like, this is the most incredible, amazing year possible. I did the things I never thought that I would do. I'd have the experiences that I never thought that I would. I had the amount of money that I didn't know was possible, doing the things that I love, like all the things that matter to you, how you showed up as a person, as a partner, as a daughter, as a sibling, as a mother, as a wife, whatever those roles are that are important to you. Like you have all of these things. And so now we get to ask her inner wisdom. So I want you to close your eyes with me and release. Take a deep breath in and exhale through your mouth. Make a sigh, make a noise. And I want you to picture, imagine, or feel yourself. And you're in this beautiful field and you're barefoot. And as you look down and you step into this grass, it is the softest grass that you've ever felt. And it is thick and lush. And you know that there's no poop on it or anything. It's just beautiful grass that you love walking on. And you see the beautiful, most amazing shade of green in this grass. And as you're moving, you're walking towards this space. You smell with the beautiful breeze that is cooling you off. The breeze brings this beautiful smell of your favorite flowers, and it's intoxicating. You look up and you see the most beautiful blue sky that is the most gorgeous shade. You hear the melody of these birds, and it sounds like they're just singing it for you. And you feel so safe in this place. The sun is shining on you and the breeze is blowing through your dress, and you just feel incredible. You feel sexy and confident and powerful and safe. So as you're walking towards this beautiful garden area, you see your future self and you recognize her immediately. And as you sit down next to her, you ask her this question on hearing my intention and how I want to feel for 2024 on New Year's Eve. What can I do to make that possible? What is a simple steps that I can take every day for me to be able to manifest what it is that I want, manifest that larger than life vision, to be able to live that perfect day over and over and over again in 2024? So that is a question you're going to ask your inner wisdom, and I'm going to write it out. If you don't want to write it out and you just want to listen to what's coming through, you can pause this or mute this. If you want to hear my typing, you can hear my typing, and just allow what comes through you to come through. I got a lot of different things. So share with us what came up for you. And this was really great because as I usually will just kind of allow that to guide me, um, while I would let that guide me and just like kind of feel into it, it felt really great to be able to type that out and um, and have that on paper so I can look back on it. And from this place, we can create a plan. So go ahead and write down the big key things. For me, it was a big list. So as always, y'all, I share everything with you. Um, well, not everything, but pretty fucking close. Here's what came for me, right? And while this feels like an exhausting big list, it really isn't. You know, like it comes back to the biggest thing for me is the consistency, right? And ownership and like really healing, like really reframing my avoidance and the consistency and being able to see it in a different way. So as I do that and as I recreate my relationship between that and responsibility, it's like I know that that's exactly what I get to do to create what it is that I want. And I'm so close to it, you know? And so when we start doing these things, like, honestly, this is what I needed. So I want to give Tracy a big shout out to express that that's what she wanted to do. And back in December, and I said, you know, let's do this together. So this gave me the structure, the framework, and the desire to really go all in because honestly, like I love doing things for others and creating the space for others, but I don't do it for myself as often. I'm not as motivated. So for me, I can make that a thing and I can analyze myself and say what's going on with me, or I can just take that and say, you know what? I get to create these spaces and I get to lead myself through it um, while I'm holding a space. So let me know how you feel now. So let me know, say, after 2024, like how do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10 on how believable your perfect day and your vision it is that you've created? And now that you've got these steps that you can take, go ahead and share with us what your biggest thing came through around that guidance from your future self that already has everything that you want. What did that version of you say, and how can you implement that in a very simple way that feels good for you? So while I had all of those bullet points, it's like, okay, now I just get to really get organized and find a system that feels really good for me. So then I am meal planning and I am getting up at a certain time, which means I have to go to bed by a certain time, which means that, you know, even if I don't go to bed by the certain time, what time am I going to wake up? So these things are beautiful things that you can do. So for me, I belong to the Y. I when I go to the class, so there's classes that I sign myself up for, so that's my accountability. And when I go to the class, as soon as that class is over, I sign up for the next week. And then so that's something that's there. Is on my calendar. I have a duty to go because there's limited spots, right? And so that holds me accountable. The other thing that holds me accountable is when I take my daughter to school. And then as soon as I drop her off, I'm already ready. I head over to the gym. For my foods, it's like I know I have an amazing breakfast that I make that I have down pat. It was like $8 like at um a a cafe, and I've gotten it down to $3 and I make it myself every day and it's amazing and it tastes so good and it's so good for you. It's got so much protein. So it's just like I know. So the other night, as like after coming back from dinner, I asked my husband to stop off at the store so I could buy more of the yogurt that I use. So now that I know what I have after my workout, I'm creating another routine around it. So as soon as I get home, I'm eating that protein. So that's going to really help my body with the muscles, right? And the recovery. So I'm already creating these things that are routine. So how do I continue to add on to it? Right. So for us, like dinner has always been a big concern and I want to eat earlier. So how do I meal plan? So once a week, you know, I'm going to decide on the day and enroll my family in it on what are we going to make every day? What meats can we buy? What protein can we buy? What things can we buy that we can reuse? So that's going to be another big view that I'm going to take. And maybe what I do is I'm working with a nutritionist right now. So I'm going to ask her questions on if I wanted to, like, let's create a 5-7 day meal plan and have it address all of the things that I wanted like to address. and then create that plan and go shopping and be able to make sure that I have the things and then time it out on when I make it happen. Right. And so as I start doing these things, it's going to start creating the habits. And when I have it planned out, then things just get easier. Right. So it's like for me, I know that like overwhelm was a really big one that would come up for me where I would experience overwhelm or and then, or I wait till the last minute, right? Or like, we don't know. So I feel like I operate really good in chaos and I don't like that. I don't operate well in it. I had to operate that way. So how do I do it in a good way that is nourishing, that is good for my nervous system, and that feels like I can sustain? And this is the way. So I want to close off with taking a deep breath, closing your eyes if that feels good, putting your hand on your chest, your hand on your stomach, and really thanking yourself for doing this work. Thanking yourself for showing up and watching this and going through this and participating and playing full out and coming in here and asking the questions. If you haven't asked a question yet, please do. Being able to leverage the resources that you have and taking the time, an hour out of your time to be able to invest in you, to be able to release what no longer serves, to be able to extract the beautiful lessons of 2023 and be able to apply them in really simple ways in 2024. You did this work, you showed up, and now you have practical steps and actions that you can implement into your daily life to experience what it is that you want to experience, because we remember that we are the ones in control. We are co-creating the reality that we want, the life that we want, the present that we want, the future that we want. And we can do that by really being aware, being intentional, reflecting back to take that wisdom from our successes and our failures that we turn into lessons and be able to apply it in a way and be able to show up and ask the questions and do what is required to get what it is that we want, because that is who we get to be. And during the times where things aren't working out, we get to lean back and give ourselves grace. We get to lean back and we get to be supported by others. We get to be supported by the ones that are willing and wanting to support us. We get to be supported by a higher power that we don't need to figure it out all on our own. We get to be supported by your future self and the emotional mastery tools, because we are always the creators of our reality. And now we get to create intentionally, and we get to extract and live and be in gratitude for the smallest, tiniest things, while also having a huge vision of our life that is bigger than ourselves, that is bigger than so many things. And knowing that we climb the top of the mountain, not for others to see us, but for ourselves to see the world and the differences and this beautiful life that we have created. So feel into this, feel into the end of 2024, and you're like, holy fuck, the experiences, the life, the memories, the transformation, the journey that I have been on has been invaluable and priceless. And I love who I've become. I love who I'm becoming. I love who I am. And the amount of unconditional love I have for myself continues to multiply. Let's end with our hand on our chest and our hand on our stomach, and we say, I love myself. I am worthy. I've always been worthy. I was born worthy. Worthiness is my birthright. And I act in alignment with a woman, a person, a human that is worthy. And I give myself priority. I serve with overflow. I'm courageous. I am confident. I am bold. I'm always learning and growing and expanding. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. I'm enough. I learn from my mistakes. Progress over perfection. And I choose to love myself and trust myself more every single day. I'm so proud of who I am. I give myself grace for my imperfections. And I am worthy. I am safe. I am loved. I trust myself. I love myself. and I am my creator. I surrender actively as I do my part. I know that everything that is coming to me is what I want or greater. And I know everything happens to me for a reason. And I take the lessons and I take the gifts and I lead myself with courage and I give myself grace during the times where things are hard. And I reach out and I ask for support and I tap into this community. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. And I am ready. And now is where you stand up. I am ready. And as you stand up with your feet apart, roll your shoulders back. Put your hands up in the air and say, I am worthy. I trust myself. I am safe. I love myself more every day. I'm courageous. I'm confident. I do the things that are scary. I trust myself. And I am the creator of my reality. And then go ahead and take a step forward like you're stepping into this version and just imagine this version activate you. And as you breathe in, it activates you more and more and more and more and more. And from this place, you can open your eyes, you can take a deep breath, you can come back, and please share in the comments how this was for you. I'm so honored to be able to lead you through this. I am so, like, on my level of possibility is a 10. So now, whatever number that is, share with me your number on the possibility, the believability of your perfect day and your 2024 intention on New Year's Eve, how possible that is for you. And as you feel into that number, I want you to feel into that place that it was before. Let me know what that number is now. Whatever number it is great for you. 10 is like, fuck yes, it's happening. I know it. It's a done deal. I'd fucking bet on it. 5 is like, oh yeah, maybe, and 1 is not at all. Whatever number that is good for you. And now we're just going to double it as we commence this call. So I want you to feel on the count of 5. I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. And as I count down, you're going to feel this feeling that you have in that body part where you feel it the most. And you're going to feel it getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're just going to feel like, well, how would it feel if you felt it even more? Your 5 was a 10, your 10 was a 20, your 7 was a 14, your 2 was a 4, your 3 was a 6, your 8 was a 16. How would that feel in your body if it doubled exponentially within 5 seconds? So at 5, you're feeling it, the possibility. At 4, you're feeling it even more, and you're starting to feel it bigger than in your area. 3, you're feeling it now, and you're feeling it in different places. 2, it is coming up from the ground from Mother Gaia. You're feeling that abundance and that possibility coming in and grounding you. 1, boom. Take a deep breath in this place, in this new space, in this knowing you've stepped into this version of her that is already there, this quantum version of you that already exists, and you are that version now. So let me know how this felt for you. Let me know how this experience was. I'm here to hold you, to support you. Tag me if you have any questions, and I would love to hear. Share with me as many details as you want. Come in and do a live on here. Share with me how this process was. Share with me in Telegram. I would love to know. And I'm so fucking excited for you, to be with you, to be alongside of you, to be your support in this process of creating that life that fucking blows you away. I love you so much. Amen. Namaste. Aho. Thank you for being in this space for me. You are loved. You are seen. You're appreciated. You are recognized. You are worthy as fuck. I love you. Bye.